most iconic British period dramas, is preparing to give us one final, unforgettable chapter, a story that doesn't just conclude a series, but says farewell to a beloved era, a family, and a grand estate that has become part of television history. Yes, it's official. Downton Abbey 3. The grand finale is coming, and it's set to deliver everything fans have been hoping for: closure, emotion, and one last journey through the halls of Downton. After the massive success of Downton Abbey, a new era which reignited interest in the Crawley family and the loyal staff below stairs, conversations about a third installment quickly gained momentum. And now, it's no longer a rumor. The film is real. Creator Julian Fellowes returns to steer the story, and nearly the entire beloved cast is back to tie together every thread that's been carefully woven since the very first episode. The second film, A New Era, took Downton into new territory, both emotionally and historically. Set in the 1930s, it introduced over 30 characters, launched new storylines, and gave fresh beginnings to many familiar faces. The Crawleys were stepping into modernity, adapting to a changing world while still grounded in tradition. That evolution continues in the final chapter, one that promises to wrap up the personal and historical journeys we've followed for over a decade. Of course, not everyone will return. Dame Maggie Smith's unforgettable Dowager Countess passed away in A New Era, marking a deeply emotional turning point. While she won't appear in the finale, her presence will undoubtedly echo throughout the story. Another notable absence is Matthew Goode, who played Lady Mary's husband, Henry Talbot. He's not expected to return, though fans continue to hope for a surprise cameo. Meanwhile, there's growing excitement over the possibility of Lily James rejoining the cast as Lady Rose. Although unconfirmed, this would be a perfect moment for her return. One familiar face who is confirmed to be back is Paul Giamatti, reprising his role as Harold Levinson, the free-spirited American uncle first introduced during the original series. Alongside him, key cast members like Imelda Staunton as Lady Bagshaw, Elizabeth McGovern as Cora, and Hugh Bonneville as Lord Grantham will all be returning. Their roles are essential, as this isn't just another Downton tale, it's a goodbye. Buzz around the film reached a new high at CinemaCon 2025 when Universal shared an exclusive teaser. Though the footage hasn't been released publicly, insiders described it as deeply emotional. It opens with a horse event in 1930, where Mr. Carson welcomes guests. Lady Mary appears in a striking red dress, and one by one, cherished characters make their entrance. The montage ends with a quiet, touching moment. Lord Grantham gently kisses his hand and places it on the Abbey's walls. A farewell that speaks volumes without saying a word. With the 1930s as the backdrop, the final story can explore powerful new themes. In A New Era, Tom Branson found love again and welcomed a child with Lucy, while Thomas Barrow stepped down as butler, possibly paving the way for Mr. Carson to return and mentor Andy Parker as his successor. These changes mirror the broader evolution of Downton itself, a place where tradition meets transformation. This decade also brings historical weight, the looming Great Depression, rising political tensions, and the shadow of another world war. Since the original series began with World War I, it would feel fitting, even poetic, for the final film to close as the world prepares to enter World War II, bringing the saga full circle. Downton Abbey. The grand finale is officially set to release in theaters on September 12, 2025. Interestingly, filming wrapped up back in August 2024, but the delay in release hasn't been explained. Still, the decision to launch in September mirrors the original film's timing, capturing that same prestige and anticipation that made the first movie a success. While we wait for the curtain to fall on Downton, there's another period drama worth revisiting: The Paradise. This lesser-known BBC gem shares many of the same qualities that made Downton special: rich storytelling, emotional depth, and a keen sense of history. Set in Victorian England, The Paradise follows Denise, a smart and ambitious saleswoman who gets a job at England's first department store. As she transforms the ladies' wear department with her creative flair, she also finds herself drawn to the store's enigmatic owner, John Moray, Although The Paradise gained a loyal following and earned praise for its feminist themes, strong characters, and Emmy-nominated music, it was unfortunately canceled after just 2 seasons. BBC One ended the show to make room for other dramas, leaving the story, especially the romance between Denise and Moray, unresolved. Had it continued, the show could have explored new chapters through a time jump, allowing for personal growth and a conclusion to its unfinished arcs. It could have leaned even more into visual storytelling and costume drama, much like how Bridgerton uses fashion to enhance its world. Now, with Downton Abbey 3 just a few months away, it's the perfect time to rediscover The Paradise. It deserves a second wave of appreciation, and who knows, with enough fan support, a revival might still be possible. Whether or not that happens, it remains a beautifully crafted series that fans of period dramas will find deeply satisfying. So tell us, are you more excited for the grand farewell of Downton Abbey, or do you dream of The Paradise finally getting the ending it deserves? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into 2 unforgettable period dramas, make sure to subscribe for more updates, behind-the-scenes insights, and all the fan-favorite content from the world of historical television. Until next time, we'll see you back at the Abbey.